with Mr. C.
Hello, it's Mr. C again, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. And we're going to today go to class. We're going to take some wheels with us, and we're going to learn how to make three-word sentences into longer sentences, starting with subject predicate, which is always pronoun, subjective pronoun, and different verbs that agree with different pronouns. We study S verbs, which always go with he, she, it, and everyone. And I, you, we, they always go with verbs that don't have an S on them. So we've got our different students at different comprehension levels in class today. And we're going to go over different sentences based on whatever they creatively come up with, looking at the wheels that they have in their hands. And always remember, we are using Book of the Wheel to learn how to expand sentences. That's mostly for teachers. Teachers, when you take the Book of the Wheel, you can go further and higher. A three-word sentence is just the beginning of a long, advanced sentence. So here we go. Let's watch everybody learn how to make bigger, longer sentences. Okay, so Shaki's sentence begins with, actually it uses wheel number 2 twice. He says, she needs some books to read. She needs some books to read. And he discovers that he needs to put an S whenever you have she, he, it, and everyone. You have to use an S verb. And then he makes another sentence with she likes that because it is sweet. So each time he's using in the third position, he's using a pronoun to extend the sentence. He uses wheel number 1 after wheel number 2. So he says wheel number 2 because wheel number 1. So let's see how that works. Now, if you have red and green, that can go with any word. Let's put a word that's red only. She needs some books. Now look at the wheel. We have she. Now look at the S. The S is white because it's special. So you say she needs. Red goes with red. Some books. Now let's make it longer, Shaki. She needs some books. Good. Now there's no some books to read. Yeah. So I like green because it is a good color. I like green because it is a good color. Yes. Now we have Amir. Amir is using wheel number 1, a preposition with. So he says she is done with her homework. Let's make that. She is, where's she? So you have to say red with red, green with green. So she is, red with red, that makes it correct. So she is done. So that's a 3-word sentence. And then he extends it with a preposition with, and then a possessive pronoun her. Let's see how that works. She is done with her work. She is done with her. Now this is a girl. She is a girl, so she is done with her homework. Very good. Okay, Mario is using wheel number 8. Wheel number 8 is special because it makes a question, because when you begin with the verb to be, you're going to make a question. So he says, are you? So green and green, are you okay? Are you okay? You could say, are you okay by itself, but we're always trying to make longer sentences. So he uses a preposition with my help, possessive pronoun my. Let's see how that works. Wheel starts with the question words, and sometimes am, is, are, was, were can make a question. So show me. How do you make this longer? Are you okay with my... Very good, buddy. So here's Amir again. Amir says he was, past tense, red, red, glad. That's an adjective. So he was glad, and then we're going to use conjunction. Always use a wheel with a conjunction to make a longer phrase. Wheel, conjunction, another wheel. So he says he was glad because he was well. You got wheel number 1 here, conjunction, wheel number 1 again. Let's see how it works. He was glad because, let's say because. Where's because? B-E-C-A-U. Where's our flashcard for because? B-E. Yeah, erase that one. B-E. He was glad because he was well. He was glad because he was well. Chucky, help him spell well. He was well. W-E-L-L. W-E. Shocky, you know how to spell well? W-E-L-L. Yeah. Here's Pablo. Pablo is using the participle wheel, which is special and a little bit tricky because you have to learn that sometimes the third word will be a past tense verb. Other times it's going to be a special verb such as gone or seen. You have to use have, has, or had with those verbs. And with not every verb is special. Some of them are just the regular past tense, like looked and heard and said. So he makes 3 phrases together. He starts off with wheel number 5, and he connects into wheel number 1 with a conjunction and because, and then he tops it off with wheel number 4, which is quite advanced. He uses 3 verbs in one sentence with conjunctions to connect his advanced sentence. She hasn't said hello because she is dumb and she doesn't go to school. It's kind of a funny sentence, but it does make sense and it's good practice. So let's see how it looks.
She have not.
Well, look, this is red and this is green, so you can't put red and green together. I like, yeah, green. The third word helps us make a sentence. So hasn't. Now this is the participle wheel. These are special verbs that are sometimes past tense, sometimes special. What's Pogme?
Yeah, I know.
Hasn't said hello because is dumb. Dumb. I mean dumb. Dumb. Now this is Nicole. Nicole is a very smart girl. She knows a lot of English and she wants to make a big sentence. And so remember, when we use wheel number 6, we're going to have the infinitive: to go, to play, to see. Now you can say she had to, or she has to. You can't say she like. Let's say, what does she say? She says, I want to stop going to school and I want to get a job. So she uses conjunction and to connect 2 phrases of wheel number 6. I want to stop. I want to stop, and then she uses going as an ing verb to continue another phrase, to school, prepositional phrase, and then she says, and I want to get a job. Let's see how that one works. I want to stop the school and I want to get a job. Stop the school? Let's say stop going. Stop going. I want to stop going to school. I want to stop going to school and I want to get a job. Okay, what do you think? So you had advanced levels, you had beginner levels and intermediate, all mixed together, everybody working independently. I walk around the room and help everybody extend their sentences. It's fast paced. I was editing and cutting out a lot of the space in between corrections, and you could tell that little by little, everybody was able to fix their sentences all the way to a strong, correct sentence with all capitalization, punctuation, and everything done correctly. That's what we always want to go for, a perfect sentence. So we're going to do another class soon, so stay tuned and we'll try some different ideas. Keep practicing. English with Mr. C.